Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna.
What is the problem with social media?
Well, it's like everything. Social media could be used for an amazingly, good purpose. Because it connects people. It gives you the access to millions of people, billions. If there's 2 billion people on Facebook, it gives you access to 2 billion people, theoretically, right? But the idea is because we think we're the body and we want people to like us. Everybody wants to be liked, That's the key word on these media things, like like and share. So we think we're the body and we want people to like our material presentation of ourselves. Look how I am. Look at how I look. Look at how attractive I am and how cool I am and how much fun I'm having in the world and so on like that. When inside the soul is not experiencing any happiness or pleasure. And because they got nothing else, they have no real spiritual knowledge and spiritual foundation and spiritual source of happiness. They have to go somewhere to get what they know as a spirit soul. They know I need happiness, I need relationships, I need approval, I need to be secure and protected and all those things that are very real. But because we're in ignorance, we go to the wrong place. And so, the sect that I was referring to has created all these places for us to go. And it's so sad because if we have real guides in our life, people who really care about us, they will take us in the right direction. They won't put us in illusion and make us think, oh, you'll be happy if you achieve this materially or that materially, or you get more likes or whatever. They tell you, no, none of that will work because you're spirit soul. You need a spiritual relationship, a real spiritual relationship, one that's actually functional, with the Supreme Lord. That's what we're missing in life. We're trying to be happy without God. It's impossible. You cannot be. Because the soul's source of happiness is the Supreme Person, God Himself. So how can I be happy when I don't have the only one thing that will truly make me happy? I can't be. So then I have all these other ways to try to fulfill that need, which never works. And the more failures we have, the more empty we feel, the more disappointed we are, the more we give up hope. I just received a message from a girl, and she was so depressed. She was really, really having a hard time in life. Saw no hope in life because she had high-level material education, and, she had the things that are supposed to work for you, and it wasn't working. And she was basically just thinking, there's no hope. Really, she was feeling like that. And then she met this Bhakti Yoga process, the people who are teaching this, became friends with them, started associating with them, chanting the mantras, understanding this philosophy, very much understanding who she is really, not her pretend, external self. And she just told me, now there's hope. She says, now there's hope. Whereas before, there was no hope. And when you really completely run out of hope, then the next station is, why live? For what? If there's no hope, then why live? I just gave a lecture here in Trondheim, in Norway, on lost in the world. And, everybody's lost, but an example that I was thinking of recently, after I gave the lecture, of course, I didn't include this in the lecture because it just didn't come across my mind, but I was thinking, just 1.5 months maybe ago, in California, there's a big national park east of Los Angeles, San Diego area, Southern California, called Joshua Tree National Park. And it's big, really big. And it's desert. This is a part of the United States that's basically desert. And so there was this young couple. I think the girl was probably 24 and the guy was 26. And they were hiking. They left their car in the parking lot and they went on a hike on one of the trails and so on. But they got lost somehow. Lost in the world. Lost. And so they wound up some canyon somewhere, and they ran out of water, and they basically lost hope. You know, they were completely dehydrated. I am assuming because they found water bottles along the way where they had some water, but then they drank it and so on. And when they finally found them, they searched for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something, and somebody finally found them. And they were both dead, and they had they had killed themselves with a pistol. You see, the guy had a pistol, it was registered in his name, and so on, but they ran out of hope. So it was like a joint decision of, okay, it seems like, I mean, who knows, we weren't there, but the conclusion was from the authorities and so on, it was a joint decision, there's no hope. So they both killed themselves, you know, together. So that's really what happens in life when there's no hope. You know, you just run out of options. They ran out of options. No water. We don't know where we are. It was still very hot. It was like September or something, maybe early October, you know, and they just figured, well, let's just end it all now. So that's what a lot of people do. They decide, let's end it all now. Let's just get out of here, you know, because there's no hope. Why live? That's what they're thinking. Nobody's going to find us. You know, we won't survive. Let's just end it all. So, if you're lost, you're lost. But if you are found, meaning if you know who you are, you found the meaning in life, which is to develop your loving relationship with the Lord, and you actually are acting in that capacity and experiencing that exchange between you and God. You know, then you're actually seeing, yeah, there's every reason to live. There's absolute hope. And when I use the word absolute, I mean eternal, absolute spiritual hope. You see? Now, it's completely different life. And this is real life. You know? So, this is the only solution, really. So, thank you for your questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Peter.
Yeah. So, this moose, he has hope because one day he'll take birth in a human body. And then he can learn who he really is, and he'll have hope too. Haribol.